48 hours in a day in the life of a trader. I didn't do too much, but this is a day in the life of a trader. 48 hours with me. Like, I want to see longs, but right now it's like it's trying to show that it want to fall. So I take a day off after I lose 2 days in a row, and I also take a day off after I win 2 days in a row. Didn't really hit it on TradingView, but on my broker, I hit TP1, so I'm gonna break even. When it comes to winning, when it comes to being successful, you can't give up. Right now, the summer months, you're gonna go through a lot of, in my opinion, turmoil, a lot of obstacles when it comes to your trading journey. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another video. It's Thursday. I'm not gonna be taking trades today. The last 2 days were a little bit of L days, so you know what? You guys know my rule to keep me from over leveraging, to keep me from getting too down in the downs. Take a day off after I lose 2 days in a row, and I also take a day off after I win 2 days in a row. So just following the rules. We still got tomorrow, so if I can win one trade tomorrow, I can make it all back, plus some and still end the week positive, but we won't know until tomorrow. So with that being said, we're about to have a great day. We're gonna have a productive day. We're gonna have a fun day. We're gonna get some work done. I got some calls to do later on. We gotta get a workout in. We gotta get active with the team. So yeah, let's just get straight to it. And if you guys want to work with me one-on-one to get access to these live calls that I have Monday through Sunday, every single day of the week, then make sure you apply in the first link in the description. But with that being said, let's hop on a call. But yeah, just to keep it simple again, I'm probably gonna watch these 1 hour longs on US 30 if we can hold this 1 hour gap. Similar idea on NAS 100 if it can retrace this 1 hour gap a little bit lower, but it also looks like it could hold this previous high and keep going higher. I think US 30 would be best bet because it also looks like, 500 is pretty deep. I don't know, we'll see. The only real area I haven't priced that I'm watching is this gap here on both US 30 and NAS, so we'll see. But like I said, I'm paper trading today, so all my ideas, it's just gonna be me testing the setups essentially. See that ding, 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 ding go off, I'm gonna get in, I'm gonna have a 100-point stop just to get it below this low, and then TP2 will be above this high. There we go, dropped on in. I'm gonna get in with the 100-point stop. Honestly, I'm gonna make it less than 100 points. I'm gonna put it like, what the hell? This is updated, haven't used this before. This looks interesting, but this is like where my stop loss would have been. I kind of like that though, but I'm gonna put it right here. Just a little bit less than 100 points, but it's better than the 50 to test the trade idea. This is my first idea of the day. Let's see. This shit giving me PTSD of yesterday's trade, not gonna lie. Yo, why does it keep doing the short one? Where is the long? I got in at the 1 hour gap with a 100-point stop loss. Cut it down to 85 just because if it runs that low, I'm just wrong. But this is my first trade of the day. Let's see what it can hit for. If this first trade idea, for however reason, is wrong, ideally I'm not wrong and it goes higher. But if it is wrong and runs these previous day's lows along with the Asian range low, there is that 1 hour gap all the way at the 50% of the range. So that could be a second trade idea if this one's wrong. But besides that, like I said, I'm sticking with the bullish bias today. 30, because this is a gap fill on NAS, but then US 30, if I get this trade, it'll be more of like a false break type of move. So it's like, and I don't know how low it's gonna go. It's just one of those things where I would rather trust the price action probably on NAS from the way it looks, but we'll see. I'm still in this trade, so it ain't stopped me out yet. But from the way it's looking, like I said, this low is damn near right there. Yeah, it's right there. Yeah, I'm gonna just cut it early. Might as well, that's just right there. Cut it right there. I'm gonna save my extra $100. Fuck that. I went from possibly risking 1,000 on that trade, only lost 750. I highly doubt it's not going to run this previous day's low. If it doesn't run that previous day's low, hey, maybe I was wrong. Like I said, I think honestly for the last trade, I might want to trust NAS more. 30 be on some violence sometimes. And after what it's doing, I don't know. It can still go long. Trust, it can still go long, but that's the problem. I don't know if I want to trust getting some shit that can still go long after all this violence. I'm just gonna watch it over here on NAS. That shit start moving. Let me see. Is this gonna be my last trade? We got 21,800, not necessarily 21,800. If I wanted to have a 50 points, it would be 200. 50 points is wide on here, but doesn't make sense. Damn, it's like, I like the idea, but the volume just keeps on trying to show that the shit wanna fall. Like, I wanna see longs, but right now, it's like, it's trying to show that it wanna fall, so. I guess I'll wait, because this would have been a little bit of drawdown on this trade already. Would have put me like 10 points of drawdown. Yeah, I want to see if it can hold that gap. Right now, it looks like it's trying to fall. So if it can go back up and hold the gap, that might be when I can get into the trade. But right now, I'm gonna just keep being patient and wait, because best case, it just keeps falling and I save myself. Is it gonna retrace the gap for me? Maybe, possibly. What y'all think? Should I test the trade idea as a false break idea on US 30, or should I test the NAS idea? It's basically a fair value gap fill. The two types of the trade ideas we always look for. It's just they're two different trade ideas, both in the same direction. You know what? For the sake of today, I'm gonna take both of them since I'm on paper trade. Matter of fact, is this gonna hold? I'm gonna take it on US 30 so we can see the false break move to see how it is, because these are all the confirmations. I showed you guys the 1 hour gap, the 50%, the false break. Like, it makes sense. Now on my actual account, I'm not taking two trades. Fuck no. You'll never see me doing that shit. But for the fact that I just wanna show you guys the two ideas, how both of them are in the same direction, same bias, two different setups. I just wanna see how it all plays out. But this is gonna be the US 30 idea. Now, if NAS can retrace all the way back up to this, oh, it already did. I might miss my shot for you guys. Oh shit, talking too much. Fuck, let me see. Come on, retrace a little bit. I wanna get that trade on here so we can watch both. Damn, it might leave. Come on, I'm not just gonna hop in. I wanna make sense of getting the entry just so for the sake of showing you guys the trade. But once it can hit this gap, that's what I'm gonna use to get the entry on NAS. Come on, you fucker. All right, I'm gonna do it right there. I'm risking 50 points anyway. But these are the two trade ideas on NAS 100. The trade idea is, I'll do the opposite one more damn time. NAS, the trade idea is we have a 1 hour imbalance getting filled with a 50-point stop loss after we made the low of the day from 8 a.m. after running the Asia session low, expecting price to keep running towards the New York high. That's the idea when it comes to NAS 100. When it comes to US 30, the idea is that we just created the low of the day at the 1 hour gap, trading it to the 50% of the range that I drew from Tuesday to the current high after having a false break at the Asian session range and the previous day's low. Yeah, and they're both bullish bias. So now we just gonna wait and see. Worst case, both of these are wrong, and then I sit here sick as shit and I get clapped. Maybe one hits, maybe one doesn't, maybe they both hit. Who knows? But both of these are trade ideas that I would take on a live account, I would take on the funded. I'm taking on the practice account. But all right, just hopped off the call and everything. Honestly, it was a L paper trading day. I'm just glad it was on the paper trading account. It wasn't on the live account or anything, because I got fried. I had trade ideas, they were valid trade ideas. I would take those trades on any day of the week. They just got stopped out. It's all good. That's the whole point of practice makes improvement, because on trades that I do win and trades that I do lose, I get both types of results. But I also had not even a student, one of my friends, Chinaman. For people in the old vlogs, you might know about him. He's been part of the community for a while, but he kind of fell off for a little bit, but he's back and better. And I'm gonna try to see if I can link up with him or whatever, but he's 30 minutes away. So yeah, I'm gonna try to figure all that out. I do have to hop on a call with a student, so that's also what I'm gonna do. Firstly, let's make it happen. No days off. You win some, you lose some. We just move on to the next, and we don't let the L's affect us. It was paper trading, so I don't really care as much. But if those same L's would have been on my live account, me being able to walk away and have the discipline to walk away right now is what's gonna allow me to be able to do it next time. Shit, I'm chilling. I was paper trading, and I got fried. Shit fried my ass. Shit started dropping like a motherfucker. It dropped, and the NAS went back up. Crazy work, and then it's going back down. Today was an interesting day to say the least, but I was only paper trading, so it doesn't affect me too much. But what about you? How's your day going?
All right, team, I am back. So where did I put my microphone? The microphone's pretty far from where it should be. But like I just said, I am in the car right now. I am back, and as of right now, I gotta fix the seat. Last time I was in the car was yesterday. But yeah, it was an L day. It'd be like that. It was an L day on paper trade. I mean, I'm not gonna beat myself up about it. It was paper trade. It could have been worse. I could have took it on my actual account. But you win some, you lose some, and sometimes you break even. Sometimes you miss trades. It's just part of the game. You just don't beat yourself up about it. Because guess what? If you beat yourself up about it, you're never gonna be able to afford a Lambo like that orange one. But neither here nor there. I'm about to be on my way to link with Chinaman. He is someone that is part of the team and everything. And I was talking to him inside of the call. Haven't linked him in a while, so I'm about to link up with him while my girlfriend's at work and everything, while I got the time to. So that is the plan of action as of right now. But I just want you guys to understand, when it comes to winning, when it comes to being successful, you can't give up. Right now, the summer months, you're gonna go through a lot of, in my opinion, turmoil, a lot of obstacles when it comes to your trading journey. But guess what? You can't give up. Because I'll say it again, if you give up, you'll never be able to know what it's like to have a Rolls Royce like that one too. Don't give up. It's gonna get hard, and it's gonna get worse before it gets better. That's one thing I always tell myself. If you're ever going through a hardship, going through hard times, one thing you can tell yourself to kind of help, it's gonna get worse before it gets better. So expect the worst. One thing I will say when it's just in comfort, not even when it's in comfort. When it comes to the M5, when you like switch the fucking gear shifter and shit from like drive and all that, you also sometimes put it in manual when you put it over. And like, since when you're in comfort, you don't really see it in front of your face, like at the bottom, so I don't even be realizing. And there's lane control when you're on comfort. Honestly, fuck this comfort mode, because this shit's like fucking remote control cars. It's all electronics and shit. But I just started this to say I'm about to hop on a call with a student. Yeah, and I didn't feel like wasting gas because I have like a 20-minute drive ahead of me. So yeah. But without all the yapping, I'm about to hop on this call. So I enjoyed the free game. Hopefully this camera battery doesn't die, because this is all I fucking got, to be honest. And it's been dying all day. That's the only way. Multiple income. That's the only way you're gonna get rich. I mean, you can get rich off of one, but diversity is key.
Facts.
But nah, so you had questions? I know you had something specific you were talking about. I forget exactly what it was off the top of my head.
The last question I did have was on the false breaks, but I think I do understand the false breaks a little bit more now. Like, basically what a false break is when a previous high or low gets ran, and people, let's say for instance, if it was a low, they got ran.
Say just from me explaining it, because I don't know if I answered that, or like you said, you might have got it answered just from experience or just from other videos. But I would say a false break is essentially, think of the name, a false break. A lot of people know about breakouts. A false break is quite literally the opposite of.
My bad. Somebody knocked on my door.
It's literally just the opposite of a breakout. A false break is when price goes above an old high or low, and price is expected to try to do the opposite. We're not just gonna short or buy at old high or low for no reason. We're gonna have other reasons behind it, hence fair value gaps, hence the other confirmations. But in terms of a false break, it's just literally that. It's just, like you said, is a false breakout. Is when people think it's gonna go above an old high or low and they think it's gonna keep going. A false break is when it does absolutely not that. A lot of the times the false break moves are gonna be the moves that people call stop loss hunts, all of that stuff. Something that immediately just goes straight to drawdown. But for us, that is something that we like to take advantage of when we try to pair our other confirmations, like trend, like the other things that I named. The thing I like about false breaks is they give you a really good risk reward in comparison to your entry compared to your target. Because when you're getting in at false breaks, think about the whole, like, quote, buy low, sell high. That's exactly what a false break is. Selling as high as possible and buying as low as possible. Hence why you're able to get such great risk reward. And usually when you're right on those types of trades, like if you want a good example of a false break, look at 8 this morning on US 30 of the previous day's high. And then what happened afterwards. That would be a good example for you to be like, that's a visual, something that happened this morning. Like you asked me this, you were asking these questions before this happened. And that's something that you can see in the charts happen right then and there, because it's something that happens repeatedly. When price runs above an old high or low, it's just grabbing liquidity. And what moves the market? Liquidity. It's just something that's always happening. And that's why I always look for it.
For the little, for the candlesticks.
Now that's good for the candlesticks. Like the main thing with candlesticks, once you get them down, you're not gonna have to do too much like studying on them, because it's gonna be something you're always using. It's like, think of us nowadays. We're not studying the alphabet of what words mean. We're just kind of doing it day by day through experience, through talking to other people. It's like the same thing with trading. Once you understand the candlesticks, after a while, it's just a matter of just you use them on a daily. You're reading them on a daily. You don't gotta do too much studying. A lot of studying is gonna take place in the beginning, like you're doing right now.
Okay.
Damn PC is like 2.5K on Best Buy.
Yeah, this was like probably 1.6 for this camera. Great investment. I didn't have it at the time like that, but it was an investment that was needed to be done, because it's like it forces you to also use it. Like if you want to get back into trading, getting the content heavy, you getting that camera or laptop is gonna make you wanna, like you're gonna be motivated to, oh, I'm really excited to get on, so I'm ready to record on here. You gonna go get a new microphone, new headset, and next thing you know it, it's like you got that.
That's the whole point of it.
It's gonna be good though.
You know, if you're gonna be a trader, you gotta be able to invest into your craft.
I'll let you say it first. Since you're gonna be trying to get back into content, we started right here. He got something to say.
Man, this is the way I see it. Like, if you know that you want to be a trader, you got to be able to invest into yourself. With that being said, whether it's you buying, that PC or buying that monitor or whatever it is that's going to complete your setup so that you can be able to push out that content, especially on the social media side. Mind you, I'm trying to get back into that side because I left it and now I'm trying to come back into it. It's a lot of work that you got to put into. I'm going to be willing to invest into my craft because I know trading is something that I really want to do in my life deep down. That's all I got to say about that shit.
Shit, that's all. That was all that's needed. That's all that's needed. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just gotta take that little investment and it'll be worthwhile. Cause like I said, I'm gonna show you the cribs. I was just telling them the story of when I bought the camera, just like kinda when I was working the job. It's a crazy time to be able to go back and reminisce about it because of how far I've come, but it's also like, cause it wasn't far, it wasn't that long ago. Like even last time I linked with him, we were both in 2 different situations, crazily enough, and it wasn't that long ago. Like I was looking at our messages, the last time we talked was like the beginning of 2024, but that was right before I started posting daily on YouTube. When I went to Puerto Rico in like March, so probably like 2 months after we linked, like I was probably in the mindset, like right when we linked is when I was in the mindset of really, before getting everything, and then from there, I was locked. We haven't talked since because we were both just fully locked doing completely opposite things. But from there, now we both here.
Pathways. You know, I'm coming from a college background, trying to make use of my fucking degree while trading, and then you on the other side, you feel me, working full-time, day trading, pushing content, So it's like we both have different ways to get to our goal post, but we always end up at the end together. You feel me?
No cap, we gonna get there. And this is only the beginning. Trust. Lamb chop. Next time I need to pull up in a lamb chop, and I'm gonna own that. Bitch. Back at the crib and everything, so we just hung out with Chinaman. It was good to be able to hang out with him and be able to talk about how times have changed since the last time I seen him. Last time I seen him was like a year and a half ago. It's crazy how much could change in a year and a half. I was also saying, most people think it's gonna take them 5 to 10 years to accomplish a goal. Then in reality, it's probably gonna be able to take you 6 months. It's gonna take you a year. A lot of the time, we misinterpret how long it really takes to be able to achieve the goals that we have. A lot of time, our goals are significantly smaller than what we really should be aiming for. I thought I should have been aiming for $1 billion. I should be aiming for 10 billion because every day that goes on, every week that goes on, every month that goes on, I realize how much money I really need to live the life that I want. If I want a super yacht, if I want helicopters, planes, jets, I need a whole lot of money. And where I am right now is pennies compared to where I need to be. But 1% a day, we're gonna get there. Right now, waiting for my girlfriend to get here. I had her get Chick-fil-A. We spent like $50 with my rewards points at Chick-fil-A. I have like 15,000 rewards points at Chick-fil-A. So I just got an entire meal plus a milkshake for free. I mean, I wouldn't say free, but kind of free. Our team, we're back in the morning, new day. New opportunities. Hopefully this camera doesn't fog that humidity, but it's a new day, new opportunities. We're gonna see if we can make some money today. Today is NFP, it is Friday. NFP already happened. Price overall looks bullish. This is still fogging up. Price overall looks bullish, but we're gonna see what today's hitting for. Only time will tell. We're just gonna show up, follow the plan, and see what the day brings for us. Oh man, it's been an interesting week to say the least. It hasn't been the best trading week. It's been a good week in general, but trading week, it's been a little choppy, I'm not gonna lie. I'm down for the week, but if I catch one trade and win one trade today, I might be up for the week. If I lose a trade, I'm more than likely gonna be down for the week, even if I catch a win after the L. But risk management is gonna be the name of the game. So with that being said, let's hop on the chart, let's see what we can do, and let's see what we can end our Friday on. And you got the beautiful Tampa view. All right, let's get to work. I was just telling the camera, I'm overall, definitely think price wants to go bullish, but it's already bullish, so it's a matter of waiting to see if we're gonna get a pullback on US 30 specifically. That's the one I'm really watching. We got 6 minutes to the open. Like I said, it's already clearly bullish. It's just more or less trying to actually see an entry of some sort because we already ran the previous high, which could lead us to having that pullback that we need. But now the question is, how far are we gonna pull back? That is gonna be the main question. And the way I'm gonna do that is I'm gonna try to pull a fib from that previous day's low to the high when it starts to retrace. And I'm gonna see if it can line up with any other area. The 50% is down here. This would have been the most ideal area to wait for, but in my opinion, price looks pretty trendy, so it even might try to hold that 4-hour gap right there. But in my opinion, both of them are around the same area. This 4-hour gap is right here at the 38.20%. In my opinion, I would probably trust that as the first trade, and then from there, see what happens. But I think this would be a good idea if it were to give a retracement, retrace to 42,600. It's not a bad idea, and then that previous high would be the reason for it to give that pullback. And then considering it is Friday, NFP had bullish news, and all the week has been majority bullish, in my opinion, it's a good trade idea, especially because if I can get one good trade, if I could win this first trade I take, I will end the week off in a little bit of profit. But if I take an L first, and even if I take a W after the L, I'm still gonna be down for the week a little bit, but it's all good. Yeah, I feel like you can get away with 100. I feel like using 50 might be you might get stopped out.
it's the type of trade where if you could have 100, it might be able to hold both entries, but you just have to like really hold it to this high to get your nice little 1 to 2. Say 100 is definitely the safer bet because if it comes all the way down to that low, it's more likely to come run that shit. Shit, nothing much yet. We gonna see what NFP hitting for, but I'm just kind of getting some ideas. I'm bullish for the most part. NAS looks a little different than 30, but both of them have a very similar idea in terms of me looking for a retracement. But if it don't retrace and just keep flying, just be a no trade day. But I ideally want to get one trade and I want it to be long. So if I gotta wait until 10:30, fuck it. Now here, I'm gonna get you on camera too. I'm trying to be where you at right now. I was trying to go to Orlando, no pullback. I wanted to see a pullback, but right now it's not trying to give that shit to me. I went to look at the Mario crib, I came back, that shit flying. Oh, this shit died. Oh shit. What I was gonna say is right now my idea, if NAS doesn't keep pushing from here and it does want to give the pullback, I don't think I'm gonna take the trade as soon as it hits this gap here. I would honestly just miss the trade if it were to just hit this gap and fly. I honestly want to wait for it to come all the way down here. If it comes all the way down here, this fits more confirmations. 21,700, the 1 hour gap, it's the 38.20% on the fib. It just makes more sense to get a long down there, but we'll see. Because if it does anything with US30 doing, US30 is out of there. It ain't looking like I'm gonna get my little pullback on neither of them. 30, I already figured I missed it, but NAS, I thought you might have a pullback. What happened so fast? Because based off of what's happening, I'm gonna have to pull the fib to this high, which will, in my opinion, still doesn't even change nothing. In my opinion, the fib right now is not looking like a valid confirmation for this type of trade, just because it doesn't really look like it's gonna be in that area. But what is looking like it could play out is if we retrace down to like the 750 area at this gap at 10 o'clock and hit this gap, and then from there, that could possibly be my entry. And if I have a wide enough stop, 50 points, if it goes all the way to that low, I would just have to end up taking that L. But if I can get 50 points before it ends up running to the high, that could be a decent trade. But we got 8 minutes until 10 o'clock ideally. If we can close with a wick, happen at 10. In my opinion, if we would have closed a little bit lower, I would have trusted that. But right now, we shall see. I don't know if we're gonna hold this in balance, try to go to that gap. Not too far away. I definitely want to bet on the continuation. So my first trade, if I'm able to get it, it's gonna have like a 50-point stop. 50 point will be wide enough to hold this first area, and if that first area doesn't hold, then I'll watch the second, but neither here nor there yet. There we go, we are fully here, and this is gonna be where I get my trade, get in my entry. After all this waiting, this is my time to shine. This is my time to shine. First trade of the day at the 1 hour gap with a 50-point stop. Oh man, let's see, 50 points. That shit definitely has the volume now. I'll take it. I'll take volume over no volume. I'm looking for a 1 to 2. This TP shows 1 to 3, but I'm just looking for price to overall go for this previous high. That is my idea. First trade of the day. All right, I got my microphone back charged. Still waiting for this trade. Stuck at break even. I'm gonna try to get this trade recorded too, so I can get something for y'all. But it might be up a little bit. I'm up $100. Nothing crazy. Reason why I'm being tickled this much. No diddy. Because what's going on here? We're damn near there. I'm up 900. 900 out of 1,000. I'll take TP1, please. Didn't really hit it on TradingView, but on my broker, I hit TP1, so I'm gonna break even. TP1 just got hit. So for the person that asked if I was break even, I wasn't break even until just now, but now I am break even officially on the trade. So worst case, it's a break even trade. I'll take the trade. You should be at least break even. You should be at TP1 at least. Yeah, I'm about to be up 1,100. So it's a good trade for the first attempt. The only trade idea of the day. But we only have 9 minutes to 11, so I ain't gonna be here on too long, but we're just gonna keep it. So this trade is still slowly but surely playing out. It's just going mad slow, but I'm about to just leave it at that because in my opinion, I don't feel like staring at these charts any much longer. I'm tired of it. I'm about to get the day started. I am at break even, so I can't lose nothing for the day. I have my alerts at TP2. Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. I can't force it. It is what it is. But I think we're gonna go to Orlando, so I'm about to start getting ready and stuff, getting everything situated. I'm gonna keep you updated with the trade. Hopefully it keeps going up and I can make some money, but I can't control it. All I can do is controlling, not doing any dumb shit, how much I risk. All right, right now I'm in the car,
she's about to drive. We're about to head to Orlando. As I told you guys, we got about an hour, 15-minute drive. I got my laptop and stuff. So the vlog you're watching right now, I'm gonna get to editing it and everything while I'm in the car, driving passenger. So that's the vibes as of right now. But yeah, shouldn't be too long of a drive. I'm gonna just take the time to get the stuff done, get some reels posted, just get all the things that need to get done outside of the charts, outside of trading. I'm gonna spend the time to try to do that in here. I don't got any one-on-one calls today. So yeah, let's just keep going. I'm not sure how long this vlog is as of right now, but I'm sure it's been pretty decently lengthed for the most part. But let's head to Orlando. All right, we made it back to the crib. We're back from Orlando. It's a little short day trip, nothing crazy. Back in Tampa, back at the penthouse, and honestly, it's not as humid as it was this morning. This is the same place that the beginning of today started when it was just hot and moist. Man, that shit was annoying, but how'd you guys enjoy 48 hours in a day in the life of a trader? I didn't do too much, but this is a day in the life of a trader. 48 hours with me. This is the reality of it. Some days I'm working all day, have mad calls. Some days I'm making content all day. Some days I'm getting smacked on trades. Some days I'm making money with trades. Some days I'm just chilling. And the last 2 days is one of those days. But if you want to work with me one-on-one to get access to the daily live trading Monday through Friday, to get access to one-on-ones with me, to get access to the content course, to get access to the trading course, everything to be able to make your first 5 figures when it comes to trading. The first link in the description, I got 10 new spots for this new month. The second link is going to be the free trading training, and you can check that out for completely free. It'll teach you the 3 steps to becoming a consistently profitable trader for free. So with that being said, take advantage of the free game, and I'm going to be back in tomorrow's daily video. Stay safe, stay busy, stay productive, and I'm going to see you guys very, very soon.